Hi, Tammy.
Hi, Saara. How are you today?
I'm Saara, the Chief Librarian of Creston Valley Public Library.
And I'm Tammy Bradford. I'm the manager of the Creston Museum.
And today we've partnered up because September marks the 100th anniversary of the Creston Valley Public Library. And Tammy here has been doing some research for us.
I like digging through newspapers and old stories and records and such.
And she is going to share the story of how the Creston Valley Public Library over the last 100 years has moved 13 times.
Yes, I think you guys need to look at what the definition of a circulating library actually is. It's the books, not the building, that are supposed to circulate. But take it literally if you want. We are going on the incredible journey of the Creston Public Library.
Yep, so join us each day.
For the next 13 days.
We are going to introduce one of the locations of the Creston Valley Public Library until we get to the current location on the 13th of September, which officially marks our 100th birthday.
Yes. And let me just say congratulations.
Thanks.
Having dug through all of these records, I know some of the challenges that have been involved in keeping the library going for 100 years, and everybody who's been involved in it definitely deserves huge congratulations for overcoming all of the challenges.
I am so impressed at all the people that have kept this place running for the last 100 years.
It's pretty amazing.
So join us on the journey.
Yes. We'll see you in stop one.
It is.
Flawless and rehearsed.
All right. So, we're outside the first location of the public library here.
We are, more or less. It was this building. Don't know if you can see that. And we're not entirely sure where on Canyon Street this building was, but somewhere in the area of Panago down towards what's now Electric Avenue.
All right. So tell us a little bit about what was happening both in the world and in Creston at the time of the first library.
At the time of the first Creston Public Library, there was a lot happening in Creston and around the world. This was 1919. We were just coming out of the First World War. People were returning from the fighting. The first round of the Spanish influenza had been and gone. We were recovering from that. Things were happening.
So kind of not dissimilar to now.
Actually, there are
a lot happening politically and also our pandemic.
Exactly, yeah. So, Creston was in the midst of its second big boom. We'd had one back in 1908 when all of the lands around what's now the town of Creston were sold for fruit lands.
Yeah.
And then after the end of the First World War, we see another one. Everything was big and booming and bustling. Prosperity and progress were the order of the day. And people in Creston really felt that the community needed all of the trappings of a town.
A real town.
A real town that people would want to come to.
Okay.
Boosters in the town. These are the people who really worked to make it a big, bustling, all of those things that a town should be. And amongst those boosters were the very industrious ladies of the
Creston Women's Institute.
Creston Women's Institute.
Hooray!
Yes.
Creston Women's Institute.
Yes, and these remarkable ladies had put their efforts into a lot of different initiatives in the town, including the Creston Valley Fall Fair.
Right.
They're the ones who really got it started. And now that that was a done deal, they were turning their attention to other things that a proper town should have, like
A public library.
Yes. And they opened in this little building on the 3rd of April, 1919, with a grand total of 58 books.
58
books.
We have considerably more now.
You have
in our
considerably more
library.
now. Yeah, and they had considerably more fairly quickly. They got another 250 fairly soon. And then when they turned it all over to the brand spanking new Creston Public Library Association in 1920, they had another 300 coming from Victoria.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So this is the first location here, which is now
Somewhere in this
Panago or possibly
Golden Flower Bakery.
further down Golden Flower.
Yeah.
But that's where the building was for the first ever Creston
with
Public Library.
560 just over 600 books, which is almost one per person.
All right.
They almost had more books than they had people to read them. And life was going pretty good for this little library.
There it is.